Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine. Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji. So thank you everyone for coming for this Vamana Dvadasi festival. It's Friday evening, and we've had a lot of festivals, but still we are all here to glorify the pastimes, the amazing pastime with Lord Vamana. Will we call, is this Atyahar Prayasascha? Prajal Poni Marga. Anyway, it's interesting how the same pastime we hear year after year after year. And when we progress in bhakti, newer and newer realizations come. Prabhupada used to say that if anyone is interested, how many of us are interested in actually in what do you call excitement? Anyone interested in excitement? On a Friday evening, no time for excitement. We're all so tired that there's no time for excitement. How many of us are interested in thrills? How many are interested in twists and turns? Yeah? Not many. Okay, I'm interested actually. Prabhupada said that's why the industry of movie, theatres, drama and all that is flourishing, because people are interested in excitement, in thrills, in twists and turns. But actually when we understand that Srimad Bhagavatam gives us everything, we see which is a story where there's a villain, but he's not a villain. He's a hero. Who's that? There's a villain, but he's not a villain, but he's a hero. What about Vritrasura? Yes? Vritrasura is outer, his garb is of a villain, but he's a hero. He's a devotee in the middle. And then you see the twists and turns comes in story where the main hero is trying to attack the villains, but the associate tells him, no, don't do that. Which is that story? Jagai and Madhai. Just imagine, the villains break the head of the associate of the hero. The hero wants to attack and kill the villains, but then the same associate says, no, please don't do that. You are not here for that. So we actually, when we understand that yes, there is a lot of excitement, a lot of twists. Same thing happens in Vamana Leela. Vamana Leela, when you see, I've been given about 40 minutes. Mukund took 7 minutes of mine, so only 38 minutes now. So anyway. So even few verses we cannot describe. Like, when Aditi is troubled. Why is Aditi troubled? Because the time has come when Bali Maharaj and all the demons have taken control of the kingdom of Indra. All the devatas have been chased away from their places, and Bali Maharaj, again, same thing like Vritrasura. He is outwardly in the body of his family also of a demoniac dynasty. But inwardly, who is he? And what is Bali Maharaj famous for? Which part of bhakti? Atmanivedanam. Just imagine that. He is the benchmark, the epitome of Atmanivedanam. You have got, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Atmanivedanam is just give everything to the Lord. Everything. And we see at the end of the story that Vamana Dev, he doesn't have any other place to put his third foot. And then Bali Maharaj says, okay, there's no other place. At the same time, he gives wonderful, actually, if you want to really understand this Leela, I cannot do justice to this Leela in 45 minutes, it's impossible. But if you go through the sections of this Leela, one by one, where Aditi is troubled because, no, just leave it, don't worry. I think Krishna has his own plans, so, yeah. Maybe it will be nice if you can hear properly. So Aditi, she is troubled by, Bali Maharaj capturing, the kingdom of Indra and chasing away the devatas, right? And then she is very much troubled. She goes to her husband Kashyap Muni, who says, okay, do the Payavrata. Payavrata is a 12-day vrata. Nice explanation is also given about that. She does that, and of course, you have to, the person who's doing Payavrata has to survive only on milk for 12 days. But the important part is that the whole intention is to please Krishna. So she pleases Krishna. Krishna comes, and Krishna comes in a beautiful 4-handed form with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Very nice description also is there. If you want to recite the verse together with me. It is 8:17:7. So on your device, if you can take out Srimad Bhagavatam, 8:17:7. So Aditi is Sukdev Goswami is speaking to Aditi, to Parikshit Maharaj, and he is saying, Prityashaner Gadgadaya Gira Harim Tushta Vasade Vyaditi Kurudvaha Udvikshati Sa Pipati Vachakshusha Rama Patim Yagnapatim Jagatpatim. Sukdev Goswami says, O Maharaj Parikshit, the demigoddess Aditi then began offering her prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in a faltering voice and with great love. So Krishna is present in front of Aditi. And Aditi is, she doesn't know what to do. Many times it happens, even though we pray for the Lord, and when actually the Lord comes in front of us, we just do not know what to do. Aditi is experiencing the same thing. She just keeps quiet. And then after sometimes, she just gains some confidence and she starts offering her prayers like this. One time I was in Vrindavan and I've narrated this story before. His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu, who is a wonderful scholarly disciple of His Holiness Gaur Govinda Maharaj. He was giving a class and he asked everyone, so I'm asking you the same question. Do you want to see Krishna?
Yes.
How many people are here? Only 3 yeses I heard. So the rest of us, we don't want to see Krishna. Do we want to see Krishna?
Yes.
Okay. So he said, okay, imagine if Krishna is here and he comes out, he says, okay, he sends someone, he says, okay, go and, call Kushi. Each one of us, one by one, Krishna is calling. He says, if Krishna is in front of you, what will you do? And everyone gave some different answers. And then he says, yes, all the answers are correct. But what I will do is, I will actually place my spiritual master in front and let him deal with Krishna, because I do not know what I will do. So this way, when we are told to approach Krishna through Guru, because even if Krishna comes directly in front of you, we approach him through our Gurudev. So now Krishna is in front of Aditi, and Aditi is, the description is there. O Maharaj Parikshit, the demigoddess Aditi then began offering her prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in a faltering voice and with great love. She appeared as though drinking through her eyes the Supreme Lord, who is the Ramapatim, Yagyapatim, Jagatpatim. Yeah? And the homework for all of you is to read the purport and find out why these 3 descriptions of the Lord are given. Ramapatim, Yagyapatim and Jagatpatim. This is homework. Yeah? Then, the description of the Lord is given. Of course, The same Lord, when he comes as Vamana Dev. This is in 8:18:2. So 8:18:2. Does someone want to lead the recitation of the verse? Without the mic, you must have a loud voice. I've got mic here, but without the voice, you must have a loud voice. 8:18:2. If no one volunteers, then I'll choose Anvesha. 8:18:2. Recite and we can follow. Anyone else? Anvesha, you okay? Recite. Shama Vadato Jasaraj Kundala Vishola Sakhi Vadanam Bujapuman Srivatsa Vaksha Malayanga Dolasa Kirita Kanchi Gunacharunupara. One big Haribol for Anvesha. Haribol! Wonderful, thank you. Read the translation also, please.
The body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, blackish in complexion.
So we can meditate on this, Krishna is there, how he looks, it's just a wonderful, blackish in complexion, yes?
Was free from all inebriety. His lotus face, decorated with earrings resembling sharks, appeared very beautiful, and on his bosom was a mark of Shrivatsa. He wore bangles on his wrists, armlets on his arms, a helmet on his head, a belt on his waist, a sacred thread across his chest, and ankle bells decorating his lotus feet.
You can imagine this is such a beautiful form of Krishna. He appears as Vamana Dev and is, you can meditate on this. And this is actually our practice, our sadhana. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So we remember Krishna in this wonderful form where he's, bluish black, he's a dwarf Brahmana, he's got his, belt, he's got his armlets, wonderful pitambar, his kamandalu, just such a beautiful form. So then Krishna appears as Vamana Dev, and everyone is very happy, everyone gathers around, and what happens when on the birthday, when everyone gathers, what do they do to the birthday boy? We'll see him now, and I hope you all have some gifts for the birthday boy. Yeah. So here it is said, Bhagavatam says, of course it's not a birthday of, he's already appeared, and this is the sacred thread ceremony of Vamana Dev. So Vamana Dev is a Batuk, is a Brahmana, and that is thread ceremony. So it's very interesting. At the sacred thread ceremony of Vamana Dev, the sun god personally uttered the Gayatri mantra. So Surya Dev uttered the Gayatri mantra in Vamana Dev's ears. Brihaspati offered the sacred thread. So the sacred thread was offered by Brihaspati. Kashyap Muni offered a straw belt. So even the belt is made of natural products, straw belt. Mother Earth gave him a deer skin. Of course, we have to understand that deer skin is got only after the deer is dead, naturally. No one is killed. When we see the rishis and munis of old times, when they're sitting on deer skin or when they are, wearing deer skin, it is not that they're killing the animal for that. The animal has naturally died, and the skin is actually gives the person protection from insects and pests and all that. So when they have the skin on the floor and they sit on that to meditate, the insects and pests won't come up. And the demigod of the moon, Soma, who is the king of the forest, gave him a Brahma Danda, the rod of a brahmachari. His mother Aditi gave him cloth for underwear, and the deity presiding over the heavenly kingdom offered him an umbrella. O king, Lord Brahma offered a water pot to the inexhaustible Supreme Personality of Godhead. The 7 sages, the Saptarishis, offered him kusha grass. Mother Saraswati gave him a string of Rudraksha beads. When Vamana Dev had thus been given the sacred thread, Kuvera, king of the Yakshas, gave him a pot for begging alms, and Mother Bhagavati, the wife of Lord Shiva, and most chaste mother of the entire universe, gave him his first alms. So Mother Parvati gave him the first alms because he's a brahmachari, he's a bhikshuk. Bhikshuk not in the ordinary terms, but in the divine way, he is getting the alms from Mother Parvati, and all the gifts are also coming from all the personalities who are present there. Now, he knows, okay, I've come here for one particular purpose. And what is the purpose? He told Aditi, what is the purpose of Vamana Deva's appearance? Okay. So purpose is that to somehow get the kingdom from Bali Maharaj and give it to the rightful owners who are the Devatas. Yeah, so that was the purpose of Vamana Deva's appearance. Now he comes and he says, okay, let me go where Bali Maharaj is doing a big sacrifice. So sacrificial arena is there, all the brahmanas are there, all the priests are there, all the big personalities are there. Now, Vamana Deva has to go there, so he's walking and he has to cross a river. That's very interesting, he has to cross a river. And on the other side of the river, he sees a brahmana. And this brahmana has been meditating on the Lord for many lifetimes. Now he's meditating, and then Vamana Deva was on this side, and he calls the brahmana, can you please come on this side of the river, carry me to the other side, I want to attend the sacrificial arena, I want to attend the sacrifice of Bali Maharaj. So brahmana comes on this side, and then he carries Lord Vamana Deva. Now Vamana Deva is very small, young boy, so the brahmana carries him. And he's crossing the river, and like almost 30-40% is crossed, and then he suddenly realizes, from the feel of the Lord, he says, actually this is the Lord who I was meditating upon. Just imagine, suddenly you got the jackpot, right? Not the right word, of course, but so Brahmana realizes that this is my Lord. Now, how do I verify that he is very confident that he is my Lord? How do I verify that he is my Supreme Lord? So he touches his lotus feet, the bottom of the lotus feet. And what is at the bottom of the lotus feet of the Lord? Someone said something? Special chinna. Yes, who said that? The special chinna, the special marks. There are 19 marks on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. When the Brahmana touches, he's 100% sure. Yes, this is my Supreme Lord. And he just starts dancing, in the middle of the river. The Vamana Deva is on his back. Vamana Deva says, hey, cool down, calm down. Please, do not let anyone know who I am. You just go quietly as if you're carrying me, and carry me to the place where the yajna is happening of Bali Maharaj. How can you do that? Brahmana is just, he's so happy, but still he has to follow the order of the Lord, and he carries the Lord on the other side. So of course the beautiful description in Bhagavatam is given of Bali Maharaj entering. His effulgence is so wonderful that he puts to shame everyone else. The Brahmanas with the Brahma Tejas, they are there. The big personalities are there, Devatas are there. But when Vamana Deva enters, everyone realizes, like how when Shukadeva Goswami comes, all the sages who have assembled there, Brahma, Narad, Vyasdev, everyone realizes that this is the person from whom we have to hear. So similarly, when Vamana Deva comes here, everyone realizes that yes, this is Vamana Deva. And very wonderful description is given of how Bali Maharaj also, he receives him. Now, this is the homework for all of you. It's nice that we hear these classes, but when we actually read and meditate upon the description of Srimad Bhagavatam, it actually purifies us very much. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So this way, we can meditate upon how even Bali Maharaj is receiving Vamana Deva. Now what does Vamana Deva do? Vamana Deva starts glorifying Bali Maharaj. Yeah? You want to ask something from someone, what do you have to do? First, apply some butter. Some flattery has to be done. But of course, Vamana is not flattering him. He is actually glorifying very, very appropriately. And he's speaking about his ancestors. Now, who are Bali Maharaj's ancestors? Before that? Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. Right? Now, do you think Vishnu will glorify Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha? But yes, he's doing that very nicely. And this is the way we have to learn also, that appropriate glorification has to be given. When sometimes when we glorify devotees, we sometimes go overboard, right? When someone gives a good class, we tell them that Prabhu, your class was like Shukdev Goswami. So no, just don't go overboard. Proper glorification has to be given. So Vamana Dev glorifies the dynasty of Bali Maharaj. He glorifies Bali Maharaj very nicely. And then Bali Maharaj welcomes him. What does Bali Maharaj do as a very nice host? He actually washes the lotus feet of Vamana Dev. And then he sprinkles the water on his own head. Now understand that Bali Maharaj is a demon. But what does his actions show? Who is he? Would the demon do like something like that? He will welcome Vamana Dev, he'll wash his lotus feet, he'll put his the feet which is the water which is wash the feet of Vamana Dev on his head. No, he won't do that. But you can see here that the sculpture is there, the devotee culture is there. And then Bali Maharaj, he asks him, okay, so I see you have come, in this sacrifice, and I want to please you. Please. And very wonderful description also is given. It is nice words. So Bali Maharaj says, I can give you cows, I can give you land, I can give you wonderful residence, I can give you a daughter of a Brahmana to be a wife, I can give you a cloth. So various things which any ordinary person would need. Bali Maharaj says, I can give you all that. And he says, I can give you anything from my kingdom, because Bali Maharaj at that time, he was the emperor of the entire creation, material creation, yes. So I can give you anything. And then what does Bali Maharaj ask for? What does Vamana Dev ask for? That everyone knows, 3 steps. Why only 3 steps? Why not 2, why not 4, why not 5, why not 7? Only 3 steps he asked for. Our acharyas say that when we measure 3 steps, that is the amount of space we need for lying down. 1, 2 and 3 steps you take, and that is the amount of space anyone needs to lie down. 2 steps is a little less, 4 and 5 is a bit more. So 3 steps means you have enough space just to lie down. And as Bhagavatam of course describes, I think second canto, I think it comes that first canto actually, that if you have the earth, why do you need a bed? And if you have your arms, why do you need pillow? It's basically saying that we can live very simply of nature. We don't need all these material opulences. So Vamana Dev just asked for 3 steps. And Bali Maharaj, is little bit, he feels a little offended, doesn't show that he's offended. But he says, only 3 steps? I can give you whatever you want. And then the famous statement of Vamana Dev comes. Bali Maharaj insists that please ask for more and more and more and more and more. Shri Radha Giri Govardhan Hare ki Jai. So, Bali Maharaj, he says, ask for anything and I will give you. And then Vamana Dev says, please hear very carefully. One should be satisfied with whatever he achieves by his previous destiny. So he says, we should be happy with whatever comes of its own accord by providence. For discontent can never bring happiness. The other day we were in a class and we were discussing who is a poor person and who is a rich person. So please hear carefully. The definition of a rich person is one who doesn't have anything or whatever he has, but is contented, is satisfied, is happy with what they have. That's the definition of a rich person. Someone like Sudama Brahman. Sudama didn't have anything, but he didn't want anything, he was contented. So Sudama is very rich. So who's the poor person? Any guesses? He has everything, but is never satisfied. That is a poor person. So, you have your, the villains, all the demons of the age, everything they have, but never satisfied. They want more and more and more. And what does Krishna say in Govardhan Leela? Aniyor, Aniyor, Aniyor. Bring more, bring more, bring more. So demons, they do the same thing. Bring more, bring more, bring more. But they are never satisfied. Vamana Deva says here, one should be satisfied with whatever he achieves by his previous destiny, for discontent can never bring happiness. A person who is not self-controlled will not be happy even with possessing the three worlds. So what is the modern phrase for that? There's enough in this world for everyone's need, but not enough for one man's greed. This is what it is. Bhagavatam teaches us that whatever we have. I heard from Krishna Prabhu many years ago, the Shastras say, 3 things we must be satisfied with, and 3 things we must not be satisfied with. How many times you got that? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, few times. No? Okay. So 3 things which must be always satisfied with. Swadare, bhojane, dhane. Swadare means one spouse, husband or wife. You should be satisfied. Don't be dissatisfied. Bhojane, so whatever is on the plate, you should be satisfied with that. You don't criticize, don't complain. This is not there, that is not there, this combination is not there. And dhane, whatever dhan we have, we should be satisfied with that. And 3 things we should not be satisfied with. Swadhyaya, tap and tan. Swadhyaya means our study of scriptures. Whatever we study, how much we study, we should not be satisfied. They say, you live as if you're going to die today, but you learn as if you're going to live forever. So, Swadhyaya, that means our own study of scriptures, we should never be satisfied with. Tapa means austerity. Yesterday was Ekadashi and we fasted half day for Vamana Dvadasi. Like that. So it's one of the austerities we do. So tapa, every morning we get up, chant our rounds, eat only restricted items, like that. So that is tapa. So swadhyaya, tapa and dana. Dana we should not be satisfied with. Howsoever much dana we give, we should not say, oh no, that's enough. No. We should give more and more and more and more. In the beginning days when I joined the movement, because I was in business from the beginning, so a devotee came and told me that, Prabhu, if you give $1 to Krishna, Krishna will give you $10. I said, that's why I give, Prabhu. Being a Gujarati, I give just for that, so that Krishna gives me $10. No, that's not the attitude. The attitude is that we just give charity. So, dan we should never be satisfied. And Vamana Deva says here that a person who is not self-controlled will not be happy even with possessing the 3 worlds. So Vamana Deva is now, he's going to, Bali Maharaj says, okay. So Bali Maharaj, he's going to pick up the water, take the vow of yes, so be it, you take 3 steps. And interestingly, his wife comes, Vindhyavali. Vindhyavali comes and he offers the pot to Vamana Deva. Says, yes, you must give charity as much as you want. Just give charity. Normally, if one of us want to give, then the other one stops. No, enough. Mere kuch rakho. But in this case, Vindhyavali says, yes, go ahead. Now, also present in the Sabha was who? The daughter of Bali Maharaj. And what's her name? I forgot the name. Chandravati? Does anyone remember the name? So she has a daughter, Bali Maharaj is a daughter. And Vamana Deva, when Vamana Deva enters, she gets very much attracted to Vamana Deva because he's a Patu Brahman, little brahmachari, and she thinks, how wonderful, if he's my son. How wonderful if I can just play with him, I can just, caress him and all that. And the same daughter, when Vamana Dev, he expands himself, and in 1 and 2 steps, he takes away the entire possessions, the entire kingdom of Bali Maharaj, then she becomes very angry with Vamana Dev. Yeah. So she has the attitude in the beginning of a mother that I want to, caress the Lord. And then later on, when she sees that Vamana Dev has taken everything what belongs to my father, she feels like really killing him. So who do you think in the next life? Putana. So Bali Maharaj's daughter becomes Putana. In that Leela, she treats Krishna as her own child, she gives him milk, but at the same time the intention is to kill him. So this way, Vamana Dev is again, just like so many twists and turns are coming. Suddenly, the person who is loving Krishna very much, suddenly she becomes inimical. Bali Maharaj, even though he is a demon, but he says, okay, take whatever you have from me. And then, just before he is about to, give, just pronounce the offer, okay, take whatever you want, then what happens? Who intervenes? The great Shukracharya. So imagine the spiritual master, this again another twist. The spiritual master, he recognizes that this is no one but your fiercest enemy, Vishnu. Are you going to give everything to Vishnu? He's going to take away everything from you. He is a cheater. He is a cheater. And as famously Keshavara says, devotees are representatives of Vamana Dev. Why? Prabhu, you don't have to do anything else. Just chant Hare Krishna, just chant Hare Krishna. And then after 1 year you will see Kishore Bhai in Dhoti Kurta and Tilak. Life has changed completely. This is what the representatives of Vamana Dev, they do. They somehow come, they cheat and just change the complete life. So, Shukracharya comes and stops him. And again, mind you, go to Srimad Bhagavatam and read the reasonings given by Shukracharya. Very wonderful. How Arjuna gives 5 reasons to Krishna not to fight. Some people say 6 reasons, but basically they 5 reasons of not to fight in the battlefield. And they all very valid reasons. So similarly, Shukracharya gives reason after reason after reason. You should not give up. You should not give. Especially in a case where you are not going to be left with anything, you can take back your vow. You don't have to fulfill your vow. And he says, you have not uttered the word Om before you pronounce that you're going to give it away. So because Om has not been pronounced, your promise or your offer is invalid. That's all these reasons he gives. Now Shukracharya is supposed to be the spiritual master, so there's another twist, which he should be encouraging Bali Maharaj to give. But Shukracharya intervenes and says no. But Bali Maharaj, being in the dynasty of Prahlad Maharaj and so many other great devotees, he says no. I cannot incur this infamy. I have to be truthful. And this truthfulness of Bali Maharaj, this solid determination of Bali Maharaj, we have to learn from him. No matter what, Krishna, as Vamana Dev, he took away everything in just 2 steps. Right? In 2 steps he took away everything. And after that, Bali Maharaj gave everything. After that, what did Krishna do? What did Vamana Dev do? Now imagine, you've given everything away. Krishna says, Vamana Dev says, now third foot, where do I put it? There's no place. So because you have not been able to fulfill your promise, I'm going to bind you. And he binds Bali Maharaj with Varuna Pash, with Naga Pash. Just imagine this. Are bhaiya, sab to de diya, I've given you everything. Why are you now punishing me? Now, Krishna, will you trust Krishna? After you give him everything, he's going to bind you. Another twist. Bali Maharaj is such a determined devotee. He's saying, no, do whatever. I am not going to break my promise. So third steps he keeps on Bali Maharaj's head. Wonderful. Now Prahlad Maharaj enters, Brahma enters. Prahlad Maharaj, who is Prahlad Maharaj to Bali Maharaj? Prabhu, it's quarter to 7, can I go a few minutes more? Is that okay? Yeah. I don't want to as I said, it's not possible to do justice to this Leela. Every part we can speak for a few hours. But because we've got only a few minutes, and again, one thing I request you that please read this pastime. Even if you read the translation, and then there's some purports which are wonderful purports, just read those purports also. And this way meditate upon Vamana Deva, meditate upon what lessons we can learn. This is very, very wonderful, it's in our normal day-to-day life, we can just, learn so many things. So comes Prahlad Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj is, very amazed. Okay, Bali Maharaj is given, everything, but is still in Varanpash. Lord is standing there. And of course, Prahlad Maharaj pays nice obeisance to the Lord. And then he says, yes, my Lord, you are very, very wonderful. Why? Because you are the one who has given Bali Maharaj everything. And now, you are the one who's taken away everything. So please remember that. Whatever we have, who has given us? Krishna. And if something is taken away, it's Krishna. So please don't think that, why Krishna is doing this to me. If Krishna is giving you something, we are happy. But Krishna is taking away something, why is Krishna doing this? No. Prahlad Maharaj says, you are the one who has given everything, and you are the one who is taking away that. And that is the causeless mercy of Lord Vamana Deva on Bali Maharaj. Just understand this. But then another twist comes. Now, Bali Maharaj, his grandfather, Prahlad Maharaj, another devotee has come. Right? Now, when a great Mahajan like Prahlad Maharaj comes, what do? We pay Dandavat obeisances. Now, can Bali Maharaj do that? No. He's tied. He cannot even move. In his mind, in his head, he pays obeisances to Prahlad Maharaj. So this way, sometimes when we are not in a position to offer obeisances, right? Sometimes it happens, devotees are chanting the Gayatri Mantra. When someone enters, then we cannot pay obeisances, you pay obeisances in your mind. These are the things we learn from Bhagavatam when we study carefully. Now I'll finish the story very, very quickly because we are running against time and the kids are also waiting for Vamana Deva. So then prayers are being offered by Bali Maharaj, prayers are being offered by Vindhyavali, the wife of Bali Maharaj. Vamana Deva is very happy, he is very pleased. And then Prahlad Maharaj says, so my Lord, what are you going to do with my grandson? And then Vamana Deva says, I will send you to Sutara, right? He sends you to Sutara? He sends you to Sutara Loka. Sutara Loka is one of the lower hellish planets. Yeah? One of the lower planetary systems, Sutara Loka. And then Bali Maharaj goes there. But at the same time, Vamana Deva gives him the benediction that no one there will disturb you. No one at all. Not the demons, the snakes, no one else will disturb you there. And on top of that he says, I will be there guarding you. So imagine that. Now Vamana Deva becomes the doorkeeper of Bali Maharaj. So when we surrender everything to Krishna, when Bali Maharaj is the benchmark, is the epitome of Atma Nivedana. He gives everything to Krishna. And the Lord agrees to become his doorkeeper. This way, we can see that with so many twists and turns, for every twist and turn there is a lesson there. First of all, Vamana Deva tells Aditi that, okay, you have to be patient because everything is dependent on time. Time is there now for the demons to conquer the Devatas. But I will come, I will do something, and the time will come when the Devatas will be able to regain their kingdom. So now the time has come. Then we see the twist where the Brahman recognizes Bali Maharaj and he cannot express his happiness. The twist again comes when Vamana Deva enters the arena. So this way, so many twists and turns are happening. And the wonderful description in Bhagavatam is given. And if you meditate upon these instructions, these forms of the Lord, the etiquette, what we learn from this, then you can understand, yes, this is the life I want to live. And this way, we glorify Vamana Dev, that even though he came as a cheater, he came as someone in the garb of a dwarf Brahmana, ultimately took away everything from Bali Maharaj. Same thing he will do with us. Are we ready for that? Or will we be ready for that after our spiritual practices for some years? Because anyway, death is going to take everything away from us. Who are we going to hold on to? No one. Prabhupada calls everyone as fallible soldiers. We think my family is going to save me, my doctor is going to save me, no one is going to save you. They're all fallible soldiers. But ultimately, at the end then, after this happens, Krishna, or Vamana Dev, he turns towards Shukracharya. Because Shukracharya is just at a little distance with all his priests and brahmanas. So then Vamana Dev turns to Shukracharya and he says, now Shukracharya, you were intervening. Now can you please tell me what was the discrepancy in the affairs what happened just now, in the yajna which Bali Maharaj did just now? Because he's a spiritual master, he has to point out some discrepancy if there are any. And Shukracharya very nicely says, there may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras, because they were doing fire sacrifice. Any fire sacrifice also we do, at the end, Ranchwar Prabhu kindly, he recites this mantra. He says, there may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras and observing the regulative principles. Sometimes we get too much bogged down by do this, do not do this, do not do this, not do this. It's okay, we have to follow the rules. But the rules are not the end, they are the means to the end. So there may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras and observing the regulative principles. And moreover, there may be discrepancies in regard to time, place, person and paraphernalia. Now when they say everything, there's discrepancy, everything. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that in material world, every action will have some fault. In the 18th chapter he says, every action will have some fault. Like in the fire, there's always smoke. Fire is covered by smoke, so every action in the Kali Yuga will be covered by some fault. But it says there's no problem in discrepancy with time, place, person, paraphernalia. But when your Lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. But when your Lord's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So if there's any fault in my class, this will rectify that. That's the whole purpose. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Vamana Deva Parents Day ki, Ali Maharaj Atma Nivedanam Epitome ki. Are we ready for the next? Harshvi, mic. Super.